Happening now, the growing calls for New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign following yesterday's AG report. We speak with one local senator who says impeachment is likely the only option forward. Our live team coverage next. Plus, new mandates for local shoppers in Jamestown, where you'll have to mask up once again.
Well, we're going to have another day of that sunny weather, but the humidity is going to be coming back big time as we go throughout the week. We'll talk about it next as the News at Noon starts now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Repulsive and unlawful behavior. That's what New York's Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul says the New York Attorney General's report documented against New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, finding he sexually harassed multiple women. Thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. The months-long investigation details harassment allegations by nearly a dozen women, all found to be credible. WNY News Now's Julia Gress is diving deeper into the report and what Cuomo had to say about the findings.
The Independent's investigation found that Governor Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women, many of whom were young women, by engaging in unwanted groping, kisses, hugging, and by making inappropriate comments.
That's New York Attorney General Letitia James, who Tuesday unveiled her months-long investigation into claims of sexual harassment. James tasked independently hired attorneys Ann Clark and June Kim, who determined that Cuomo indeed committed several instances of alleged inappropriate behavior, including the most serious that Clark says happened to one of his executive assistants.
One current employee, who we identify as Executive Assistant Number 1, endured repeated physical violations. On November 16, 2020, in the Executive Mansion, the governor hugged Executive Assistant Number 1 and reached under her blouse to grab her breast. This was the culmination of a pattern of inappropriate sexual conduct, including numerous close and intimate hugs, where the governor held her so closely that her breasts were pressed against his body, and he sometimes ran his hands up and down her back while he did so.
The report goes on to say that Governor Cuomo and his staff would retaliate against those who spoke out, citing one instance with one of his first public accusers.
Charlotte Bennett, the complainant Ms. Clark mentioned, who was transferred after she reported inappropriate comments by the governor to senior staff, summarized her experience in a text message as follows, quote, "The verbal abuse, intimidation, and living in constant fear were all horribly toxic, dehumanizing, and traumatizing. And then he came on to me. I was scared to imagine what would happen if I rejected him. So I disappeared instead."
These instances were partially allowed through the office culture that the governor and other members of his staff have maintained, with complainants calling it toxic and intimidating. Following the release of the report, Cuomo took to the airwaves to refute the allegations in what seems to be a pre-prepared video.
I do kiss people on the forehead. I do kiss people on the cheek. I do kiss people on the hand. I do embrace people. I do hug people. Men and women.
He did, however, apologize.
Charlotte, I want you to know that I am truly and deeply sorry. I brought my personal experience into the workplace, and I shouldn't have done that. I was trying to help. Obviously, I didn't.
Cuomo also says his attorney has detailed a response to each individual allegation. He encourages the public to read that report posted on his website. James says that Cuomo's conduct violated multiple federal and state laws. Julia Gress, WNY News Now.
Julia, thank you. Our team coverage continues with more from one of Cuomo's first accusers. WNY News Now's Christian Riethmiller joining us live in studio with more from her and other reaction the report's finding. Christian?
Yes, Justin, officials from all levels of government are speaking out about the report, with all agreeing on one thing: the governor should resign. However, one state senator tells us impeachment is likely the only option moving forward. Cuomo's take on the AG probe is now also drawing scrutiny from many, including the second woman to go public with harassment allegations against him, Charlotte Bennett.
He's trying to justify himself by making me out to be someone who can't tell the difference between sexual harassment and mentorship.
Explained Bennett, who spoke with CBS Evening News.
The governor broke federal and state law when he sexually harassed me and current and former staffers. And if he's not willing to step down, then we have a responsibility to act and impeach him.
Impeachment is looking like the more likely option to pull Cuomo from his post, according to New York State Senator George Borrello.
I don't see this governor resigning. He considers himself to be a hero. He believes these allegations against him are false. You saw his response, which was obviously, I think, prepared before the statement was even out, the AG's report. So, clearly he has dug in.
The state's impeachment inquiry group met late Tuesday, reviewing the evidence gathered by the AG's probe. Among those calling for the end of the governor's tenure is President Joe Biden. When asked about impeachment, Biden says,
"Let's take one thing at a time here. I think he should resign. I understand that the state legislature may decide to impeach. I don't know that for a fact. I've not read all that data."
However, many, including George Borrello, don't think Cuomo will step aside.
He has a huge ego. I think some would consider him a sociopath. And ultimately, he believes that what he has done isn't wrong.
The senator saying impeachment could distract from other issues happening in the state.
How is it going to impact the future of our state at such a critical time right now? How does this governor and the leadership in the Senate and the Assembly work together to address monumental issues with this hanging over their heads? He is certainly not interested in the greater good.
In addition to the Attorney General's investigation, the Albany County District Attorney is probing his conduct as well. The county DA is telling NBC News a criminal investigation is underway into the embattled governor's conduct. Live in studio, I'm Christian Riethmiller, WNY News Now.
Christian, thank you. While the Attorney General says Cuomo's conduct violates multiple federal and state laws, her investigation was civil in nature, not criminal, and that it will be up to local authorities to determine whether any criminal charges will be brought forward. Well, a new poll found that the majority of New Yorkers feel Governor Andrew Cuomo should be impeached if he doesn't resign first. Polling data released today by Marist College Institute for Public Opinion found that 59% of New York residents believe Cuomo should resign. If he doesn't resign, the majority say he should be impeached by the state legislature. As for his re-election projections, Marist says chances are bleak, with only 11% of New Yorkers saying they would vote for the incumbent. Full polling data is posted online at maristpoll.marist.edu. Well, we thank you for joining us for WNY News Now as we continue our special team coverage of New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's what could be his final days in Albany as pressure continues to grow around the state. Please let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comment section down below. Well, now let's switch gears a bit and get a first check of our weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter standing by in studio with that. Hello, Dakota.
Hello, Justin, and we do definitely have a good day out there right now, and wanted to take a look, first of all, at the Warren City Bank Sky Vision camera, and that is coming from the top of the Warren City Bank, and you'll see right there that the cloud cover is abound right now, 76 degrees with a very low wind, but that dew point up there at 58 degrees. So it's still going to be a problem throughout the day. The dew point starting to creep up now as we go throughout the day. Satellite and radar composite really doesn't show you a whole lot out there, and that's the good news. We still do have a few clouds out there, but the majority of the day should be dry, but that's not going to be the case as we go throughout the next couple of days. We topped out at 73 yesterday, started the day at 54, 96, and 44 are the record highs and lows for this day. So through the the afternoon, just drink up the sunshine. Warmer, but the humidity still manageable, 75 to 81 with a light wind. Now, we will see a couple scattered showers tomorrow. Then that increases for Thursday and Friday, plus the weekend. We'll talk about it in detail with that 7-day later in the show. Justin.
All right, Dakota, see you back here in about 10 minutes. The city of Jamestown may discontinue marijuana drug screening for some of its employees. The city council discussed that topic during their work session meeting this week. Mayor Eddie Sundquist says the new policy follows New York State's move to legalize recreational marijuana earlier this year.
Employees that are on drugs or alcohol while they are working is still not allowed. That is just a requirement of the job. However, for any type of pre-employment, those physicals will no longer include any type of marijuana or cannabis screen.
The mayor says employees with a CDL license would still be screened for the drug, as it's a federal requirement under the Department of Transportation. A candidate for Chautauqua County Executive is blasting an untimely passed resolution from Chautauqua County, allowing for the legislature to charge the Jamestown Fire Department for usage of county software. Norm Green, who's challenging incumbent P.J. Wendell this fall, spoke prior to the legislative meeting last week. Green says the sheriff's office and Wendell are doing a, quote, great thing by sharing services. However, Green says the problem is the county is charging the city of Jamestown a little more than $1,100,000 in reimbursement as part of the resolution.
We have lots of sharing of services, and we help out all the time, the county does. And I would certainly ask that this legislature consider at least amending the resolution to help with this $111,000 charge, which has to do with software that will be tracking our fire calls, important software. Up to 10 other organizations can be involved in this. It's something that all the Jamestown city legislators should be behind, not charging the city of Jamestown this $111,000.
Chautauqua County Executive P.J. Wendell says that he's proud of the work that he and the sheriff's office have done to share the service. Coming up next, what a local grocery store will make you mask up once again. And later, we meet the gym teacher who plans to walk around Chautauqua Lake this month, raising money for a special summer camp. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Located along the Amish Trail, the Randolph Retail Company offers a variety of clothing, jewelry, and gifts for any occasion. Offering uptown merchandise at small-town prices, our locally owned business balances quality and value. With complimentary gift wrap here at the Randolph Retail Company, we pride ourselves in personal service. Check out our Facebook page or stop in today at 127 Main Street, Randolph, just a 20-minute drive from Jamestown.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Have the best summer ever with endless adventures at Girl Scout Summer Camp. Financial aid available, open to all girls. For more information, call or go to gswny.org.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have issued a new eviction moratorium. The new ban will now go to October 3rd. That aims to keep millions in their homes as coronavirus Delta variant threats grow nationwide. Specifically, the ban temporarily halts evictions in counties with substantial levels of virus transmission, which would cover about 90% of where the U.S. population lives. The announcement was a reversal for the Biden administration, which allowed an earlier moratorium to lapse over the weekend after saying a Supreme Court ruling prevented an extension. Well, Wegmans is once again asking customers to wear masks while shopping in stores. The regional grocery store chain yesterday announced that after reviewing the updated CDC guidance, as well as state and local health departments, it is asking all customers to now wear a face mask while shopping, regardless of your vaccination status. All employees are once again required to wear a mask in stores. That reverses a decision less than a month ago that permitted vaccinated workers to not wear a mask if they desired. Wegmans had initially lifted its mask requirements for fully vaccinated customers back in May. Well, could we have a fully approved FDA vaccine against COVID-19 by the end of the summer? As Britt Conway reports, medical experts say it could get us one step closer to a vaccine for kids.
It's full speed ahead to get full FDA approval for Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine. And sources told the New York Times it could happen as soon as Labor Day. But time is working against them. Less than half of the population is fully vaccinated, and we're averaging more than 85,000 new cases a day. The hope is final approval will motivate more people to get vaccinated. It's also expected to prompt more vaccine mandates, and it could accelerate the approval process for vaccines for kids under 12.
When you have an EUA for the vaccine that then goes to a full approval, that might have an influence on what goes on. We're collecting the data right now for what we need to make that determination.
Until then, more children and teens are getting COVID. Nearly 72,000 got it between July 22nd and the 29th, a substantial increase from 39,000 cases the week before. A new study shows long-term symptoms are less common for children than adults, but kids can have persistent symptoms, or worse.
This variant is capable of causing serious illness in children.
And some experts worry even a quick FDA approval might come too late.
At the rate they're going, it might be a moot point by the time they actually get it licensed, because you could have variants generated that then now escape the vaccines.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Britt, thank you. Well, Amazon has a new device that could lead to less singing while you wash your hands. The online retailer has introduced a touchless smart soap dispenser, and it does more than just dispense the suds. It comes with a 20-second timer, which you can wash. The CDC recommends people wash their hands for at least 20 seconds while humming the Happy Birthday song. If you really need the music, Amazon says the dispenser also connects to Alexa, so you can ask for a song as you scrub, and it will play on your Alexa device. The Amazon Smart Soap Dispenser goes on sale today and costs $55. Just another piece of smart tech. Let us know what you think about this story and more in the comments down below. I always love to hear what Dakota has to say about this because, as we all know, frequent viewers probably know, he's not a big fan of smart tech out there. Good to see Jason, good to see Wendy, Todd, and Sean. So what do you think, Mr. Hunter? Is this pointless?
Stupid.
Good idea? I thought that.
You see, I've gone off on smart tech before on this program, and I call it lazy tech.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what it is. We're getting too lazy now where we don't want to do anything. And we want to have a device do it for us. Like, I don't understand, like, all these smart home devices make no sense to me at all. Like, I've seen, like, at CES, I think it was either last year or the year before, there was a Wi-Fi enabled toilet.
Right. Who needs it?
What
I mean,
do
what are
you
you going to
like,
do?
So
Flush
what?
remotely?
So I mean, are you saying that we're getting, as a human population, we're getting so lazy that we can't reach behind the toilet tank, flush the toilet, we have to say, Alexa, flush toilet.
Wow, you're getting so excited you're knocking over the equipment. You know, that would be handy though, because a lot of times people do spend time on their iPad or on their phone while they're going to the bathroom.
Just
and
do what we
they'll
did
hit
when I was a
flush, so
kid.
why
Read the
not?
back of the Lysol can.
Wendy says $55, good grief. She agrees. She does not think it is a good buy. Well, let us know in the comments down below. A lot of things people maybe think are good, though, is this summertime heat, unless you're not a big fan of it, because it is coming back.
Yes, it is. Summer is not over yet. Let's take a look at the weather headlines and show you what we're keeping an eye on. And this is probably the most depressing stat. We have lost 57 minutes of daylight since the summer solstice. So we all know from here on out, the days are getting shorter, and I'm sorry, that's just the way it works around here. We won't start gaining daylight again until after the winter solstice, so right around the first of the year. So there's your depressing stat. But it's going to be another looker this afternoon. Sunshine's out there, mainly dry Thursday, scattered shower chance, and Friday and Saturday we will have a chance for at least a couple showers and thunderstorms out there. So let's give you the zone forecast. First of all, let's take you to the Lake Erie shoreline today. Temperatures likely mid to upper 70s here, a 101% chance of sunshine. I put the 1 on there just for fun. But a nice day overall with the northeast wind averaging 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now the inland areas today, another gorgeous day. Sunshine, temperatures hovering right around the upper 70s, maybe 80 in some spots. Another great day, but the humidity stays comfortable. So that's the good news. But if you're not a fan of the cooler air, the warmer air is going to be surging in here. Here's the weather setup going into next week. Big dome of high pressure is going to be sitting over us. And also we're going to see the wind flow patterns favoring more southerly, meaning we're going to see warm, moist air coming in from the south and then surging up into the northeast. And also, that's also going to create a heat bubble. And so we're going to see some temperatures likely upper 70s to likely 80s and maybe some mid 80s at times. Now Friday, we do have the Jamestown Cruise in. It's back this year after being put on hold due to COVID last year, but it's back this year. And here's the forecast for it. A early look starts at 5 o'clock. Now there will be a chance for at least a spotty afternoon shower or thunderstorm through the day, but we're thinking the majority of it should hold off, but it's going to be warm and humid though, so sunscreen, try to stay cool. You know this, even though temperatures in the lower 80s, it's going to feel a lot warmer than that. Right now, we're perched at 74 degrees as a noon hour, east wind of 9. The dew point has come up from where it was yesterday, but it's still somewhat manageable, so it's not all that bad. Northeast satellite and radar picture just shows you this massive rain kind of staying away from us, but big dome of high pressure still in control over the eastern Great Lakes, so that is keeping us mainly dry. The newest run of future scan shows you maybe just a pop-up shower or storm through the afternoon. Kind of doubtful on that. Mainly clear tonight, and then into tomorrow we'll see another chance for showers and thunderstorms popping up through the afternoon. Now the next 7 days of your life are right here on the screen. 81 tomorrow, 80 or 81 on Friday, 80 on Saturday, scattered showers and thunderstorms, a spotty storm on Sunday, and then temperatures and humidity go up from there as we go into next week. We'll take a break. Be right back.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
It's not just what we say, it's what we do.
Local first. It isn't just our slogan. It's our mindset every single day. So whether you're watching our daily live streams or staying up to date with reports on our website and mobile app, you'll always see the same attention to detail from reporters who passionately care about our community, who have one goal in mind: to always put the facts first.
For me, it's more than just getting the forecast right. What I love the most about my job is that I come into work every day to help break down the weather, letting people know how this is going to impact their day. We take pride that First Defense Weather is the only local weather team in the Southern Tier. We don't just copy and paste our weather from outside sources. Every part of our forecast is handmade right here in-house, something our team really takes pride in.
What matters to you matters to us. Every story, every day. WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Right here, baby. Look. Oma.
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
A Jamestown area physical education teacher will be walking around Chautauqua Lake to raise funds so kids with disabilities and their siblings can go to summer camp this summer. Our Mario Cosentino explains more about the first annual Kids and Sibs Summer Camp, which will be held at Camp Anyasa this month, which aims to bring together a group of kids with disabilities.
Patrick Smeraldo is known for his work with Toys for Tots, but recently founded Collaborative Children's Solutions, one of the many nonprofits working to put on the camp. He says the Chautauqua County Family and Support Caregiver Group first approached him with the idea.
That they'll be side by side doing the same camp activities, boating, swimming, any arts and crafts. They'll all be intermixed, doing the same activities side by side in an inclusionary setting.
Because of COVID precautions, 60 kids have already been selected to attend. Smeraldo says that the camp isn't just for the kids who have disabilities, but to serve as a mentorship opportunity for their siblings.
The main fact is that we have some adults coming in that also have siblings with disabilities that can mentor them and say, hey, I've been where you're at, I understand, and just to make it a really worthwhile experience.
To put on the camp, the collaborating organizations have rented the YMCA property for 3 days. Between insurance and the day-to-day operations of the camp, the whole project will cost $10,000. Smeraldo decided to raise money for the camp by walking 46 miles around Chautauqua Lake and matching any donation he gets up to $3,000. While he wanted to tackle his feat in one day, he made the decision to spread the walk over 3 days, starting on the 16th and ending on the 18th.
These kids, they deserve something like this. And if it takes me 3 days, that's whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I'll do anything to make this project happen.
Mario Cosentino, WNY News Now.
Mario, thank you. Donations can be sent to the group via their Venmo, PayPal, or payable checks to Collaborative Children's Solutions. We'll have more info on that and how you can donate online at WNYNewsNow.com. Certainly great to see. Let us know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below of the live stream. And that's going to be quite a feat, walking around the lake. Hopefully he'll have some good weather for that coming up a little bit later in this month. I know it's still too much in voodoo country for you, Dakota, but really incredible. When you talk about the community coming together for something like that and to pave the way for something that's never been done, to connect kids and their siblings with folks who have been in their shoes, right? A kid with a disability and maybe a sibling that doesn't have one, it could be hard for them to understand what's happening. So
yeah, and I can attest to it because just by looking at me or whatever, you might not know, and I've been public on the show about it before about how I have a slight touch of autism,
right?
And and I have some learning disabilities because of my autism diagnosis. So, and it's nice to see things like that. And so,
right. It is, and it's really good. Patrick is always giving back with Toys for Tots, and one of the big things I know he was joking with us about was, he's like, people thought I was done with Toys for Tots. No, this is just another thing on his plate to do, but he's really happy to take that on. So, a lot of people may be happy with the cooler evenings. I know I am. Are we gonna dip back down into some manageable temperatures tonight?
Well, if you like the cooler air, it's gone. 56 to 63 tonight, mainly clear. And the low temperatures from here on out, don't say goodbye to them because they're going to be in the 60s from here on out, Justin.
Oh, boy.
Air conditioners, fans, windows, you need it.
When 63 is your low, you know it's summer is definitely here.
You want to try for 70?
Oh, please no. Is that coming? Maybe? If you missed anything we talked about, the news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. That's it for us. We'll leave you with this live look over Cat County. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.